And I learned that it wasn't a real tornado. Now, I don't know if you've ever been scared really bad in a serious way, but I could feel my blood pressure. Like after I realized like the relief set in, but all those physiological things that happen to you in a moment of stress are still happening. So my blood pressure, I can feel like my pulse in my neck. Like my I have tunnel vision, and I'm like, oh, am I going to pass out? My fight or flight's going so hardcore, I don't know if I'm going to pass out or what. I don't know. So that was kind of a funny thing.
Well, funny thing with that storm, too, in Manhattan, because that storm was going about south, and I think it was on line with Topeka, but it was still south of Manhattan. The sirens started going off here in Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
So, because I was watching Wolf of Wall Street, and then all of a sudden I could hear the sirens going. I'm like, oh shit, I better flip it to WIBW. And I flip it over, and like the sirens are going off, and the news guy's like, well, the sirens are going off in Manhattan. He's like, we don't have any word why they're going off right now, but like take precaution and take cover with the sirens. You'd rather be safe than sorry. And they go off, like, they probably went off about like 7 to 10 times throughout the whole storm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the hell? Like, why are these sirens going off? So, because naturally I hear the sirens go off, I go out on the front deck and look, and then go outside on the back patio and start looking around and everything. Well, then the next day it comes out, the Manhattan City emergency team said they were having issues with their tornado sirens. They were malfunctioning and going off at the wrong time. And I'm like, that's a pretty coincidental time for those to be fucking going off.
Yeah.
To have issues with those. They're like,
well, nice fucking
we
timing.
didn't make them to go off. Yeah, but they started going off and kept going off.
God. Well, at least you know they work for next time, I guess.
Yeah.
Golly.
And it was funny because the whole time the news was like, I don't know why they're going off, but take cover just in case. And then the next day they apologized because they were having technical difficulties.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm busy media blasting. Like I said, I didn't put it out there that we were live, so I'm blasting the media right now with my words. But yeah, dude. Also, another thing that kind of popped up recently is that picture of Shaquille O'Neal's toe. Did you see that?
I heard about it.
Oh my God! Have you ever seen the picture? You saw it or no?
Yeah, I did. I saw it on Twitter.
Okay, good. I'm glad you saw it because I want your thoughts on this. Like, that's not a healthy foot, is it? That's not a healthy toe, right? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so. I think you might have to cut it off here soon.
Dude, like. If anybody hasn't seen this picture, do yourself a disservice and go see it, because it's pretty ugly and you're going to have nightmares. However, it's worth seeing because it's so fucked up. Like, if you've ever seen somebody who has had to have a thumb transplant where they take the thumb off, or I guess any finger for that matter, any finger, where they take a pinky and then replace it with a big toe. Have you seen that fucking...
yeah, I've seen it where they've taken like the thumb and replaced it with their big toe.
Yeah, and it looks like this big... Like, it looks like their pinky or whatever blew a bubble, and it's infected really bad and just huge and swollen. Yeah. So that's what his big toe looks like. But the man is 7'3", 300 pounds or more, probably 350 at this point because he's not playing anymore. Maybe even close to 400. But the man is gigantic. So that big toe is probably the size of a high school or youth size football. So that is a lot of meat. That is a lot of ugly meat in that guy's shoes. Okay. Then no wonder why he fell down when he was trying to go from one set to the other in Basketball Tonight or whatever that show's called.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I am going to have nightmares just thinking about it. But anyways.
Did you see him and Charles Barkley, though? Like, almost, like, fight on set?
No, what happened? That's interesting.
Like, Charles Barkley was talking about, like, oh, you get, like, a championship mindset. And he was talking about LeBron, and then Shaq pretty much told him, like, hey, shut the fuck up, you haven't even won a championship, like, you shouldn't even been talking about this. And then it just started going back and forth. He was like, how many rings you got, Chuck? Oh, yeah, you went to one NBA Finals and lost.
Oh, my gosh.
And so it was just a big old fight. Like, I thought they were going to, like, legitimately fight. And you know, like,
I mean, Shaq's kind of...
I think that'd be a good fight. Like, Shaq's big, but, like, there was a video of Charles Barkley taking Shaq down when they were, like, play wrestling.
Right. Well, I mean, Charles was kind of an enforcer. He was, like, kind of an enforcer on the court. I mean, he was tough. I mean, he was the Sixers version of Bill Laimbeer, basically. So...
Yeah, and he spit on a girl and didn't care.
And didn't care. Jeez Louise. Are you, let's take a moment for station identification, and we're going to do some odd news. Are you ready? Some headlines?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Welcome, friends, to Megalodon and Friends. I like these guys. They're assholes, but they're funny assholes.
I don't know if that was the full thing. I might not have been paying attention. That's also the truth. But all I heard was the music, and then they're funny assholes, and that was it. I didn't hear the rest of it. So that might have been the wrong thing there. So sorry everybody about that. Sorry that I'm not sorry though. Also, I'm also sorry that I'm not sorry. I'm actually going to come out live right now as a cisgendered male that enjoys the company of females. I enjoy weapons, and I am also an American of Hispanic descent, of Mexican descent. So respect my life, respect my choices, and that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that just needs to be said at this point in time in American history.
Yeah.
All right, so
Don't
are you ready for?
generalize me.
Yeah, don't generalize me. Don't put me in a corner because I've seen Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, nobody puts baby in a corner.
And if you want to call me baby, then that's fine too.
But don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. And don't call me late for dinner. Yuck, yuck, yuck. All right, so young men seek barbecue dad for Father's Day weekend. What do you think of that?
That sounds like they're looking for like a dad that's been barbecued for the weekend.
I really think that that's a cult. Yeah, let's see. I think we can have a little bit of a backstory even, is that a cult of, like Children of the Corn?
Yeah.
Like it's a group of kids, ranging from ages maybe like 7 to 18 are cannibals, and they've already eaten their dads, I think.
And now they're looking for a new one to barbecue.
Now they're looking for a new one to barbecue because, let's just face it, there aren't any dads left. Are you trying to get asbestos off of the ceiling into your face, Rage?
No, I was just touching it. I'm walking around right now.
Yeah, I see. So Rage is walking around, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he looks up and then starts stroking the ceiling, and it's a popcorn ceiling. I don't want you to get asbestos poison. Oh, it's not? Oh, it's just textured. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, if we wanted to, you could breathe in all that popcorn, and then we can have them grill you, and then they can poison themselves on the asbestos. All right. So, with that said, I think we got a pretty good story going, but unfortunately, it's wrong. Spokane, Washington, a group of men in their 20s in Washington State has posted a Craigslist ad seeking a generic... Oh, don't call up anybody generic. That's like a worthless guy, a fucking drifter, homeless... like, come on. Seeking a generic dad to grill burgers and hot dogs for a gathering set for Saturday on Father's Day weekend in mid-June. Qualifications. Oh, they put qualifications in there. All right, let's see what they are. Include a minimum of 18 years experience as a dad and 10 years of grilling experience. The successful dad must bring his own grill, but burgers and hot dogs will be provided. Like, what the So
That's
they
kinda
really
weird
want this
in
guy to be their
itself.
dad, basically.
Hey, Dad.
It sounds more like it's an application to adopt these men in their 20s, or to be like an L. Ron Hubbard figure to them.
That's kind of weird.
We want a dad to take us out on a boat
I think
for weeks at a
I
time.
think, like, our story of like guys looking for a dad to barbecue is more regular than like these guys. Like, hey, we're looking to have a barbecue and we want a dad figure there.
Well, I just a minimum of 18 years experience as his dad and 10 years experience. I mean, like, What if this was just a farce for a barbecue-themed restaurant, and these guys are just auditioning like a cook? Must bring your own grill. Now, that part makes me a little grouchy. Like, you guys want all these just very demanding people. Like, you got to bring your own grill too. Like, well, what the fuck am I cooking for? Like, I gotta drive myself there. Now I gotta haul a bunch of shit. Now I run the risk of either being forced into slave labor, cooking at a bar and grill that I don't want to cook at, or even possibly be eaten, or taken out to ocean and, having these guys try to, like, hey daddy, what's up type thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not L. Ron Hubbard. Come on. Because, well, I mean, as South Park teaches us, that's what happened. Let's see. Okay, here's the next one. Last one, and then we'll call it a show because we're about an hour in.
Okay.
Okie dokie. If I can get this thing to go. Reset it. Alright. Disgruntled man releases bed bugs in Maine city office. Now, what has to happen for you to release bed bug? Like, I mean, there's been people that have been fired for their job and gone and shot the place up. Maybe even tried to use ricin or anthrax to kill people. But this person is like, Todd took my Twinkie out of my lunch the other day, so I don't want to kill anybody, but I just want to release bed bugs into the place, right? Like, I just want them to be uncomfortable for a while and spend a little bit of money to clean it.
Yeah, I'm just going to make this like an inconvenience for you.
I'm just going to try to...
He's like mad to do that. He's like not mad enough to like go to prison and like kill a few people, but he's just like mad enough just to like give everybody a couple paid day vacations off.
Yeah, while they fumigate and clean the place. So he might actually be doing that. He might become the office hero at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe not to the bosses and to the owners of the business, but to everybody else. He's going to be like, hey, do you remember that time where...
coworkers.
Yeah, his coworkers. Remember that time where Todd ate Bill's Twinkie out of his lunch without telling anybody, and then Bill got all pissed off and got us a whole week of paid vacation, and didn't even count against what we had stored? They're going to have like a Bill Day of national reflection. All right, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Augusta, Maine. The city manager in Augusta, Maine says a municipal office building had to be sprayed for bed bugs after a man threw a cup of the pests onto the office counter, and about 100 of them scattered off. He just threw a cup. Like, how do you get a cup full of bed bugs? You walk in under the guise that you're drinking a cup of coffee and just like, so, how's it going, Bethany? Did you have a good weekend? Oh, that's good to hear. Splat, throw, slam it down.
Face.
Right.
Like,
I hate you the most, and then he runs out.
And be like, hey, I need some bed bugs. Or maybe do you think he went to like some hotel or something?
Just extracted them with a pair of tweezers and glasses.
Bed bugs?
I don't. Yeah. That's the thing. How do you even get a hold of them?
Yeah.
So, city manager William Briggio tells
Probably friends with Courtney Love.
Oh no! A Subway commercial just popped on. Oh Lord, have mercy. Well, we can't read the rest of that one because out of nowhere, we just had radio gold. So as I'm reading that, you know how some of those CNN ads or some of those ads, the news ads, will have like a video commercial in the corner that's always quiet? Out of nowhere, it just started playing a sub ad, so I had to hurry up and cut that shit off. So if you're interested in reading the rest of that headline, it's you can look for it on the Associated Press, Augusta, Maine. Disgruntled man releases bed bugs into the Maine city office. Because I'm not going to click on that site again, just because I probably just dumped a bunch of viruses on the computer, and none of them are going to be an ad for this show, unfortunately. Okay. So
free advertising.
Free advertising. Subway better cut us like 35 cents.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I think that's an hour. Oh, and by the way, Fear the Walking Dead starts tonight in 1 hour. Make sure you tune in. That goes for you too, Rage, because this show has turned also into a Dead Central. We've got a lot of people that tune in for the Dead updates.
Yeah, I know. Fear the Walking Dead, I miss completely. season 2.